and welcome to the Hwarang Education Center, the cradle for humanity. Let me introduce Hwarang Education Center. Hwarang Education Center was established in May 1973 in Namsangdang, Gyeongju-si, for the purpose of developing a new truthful Hwarang with a strong belief in national identity by providing an opportunity to today's teenagers in experiencing the shining history that unified the three states and created a splendid national culture. Hwarang Education Center, as a cradle for humanity, is the first ever established education center in Korea, and it is the origin of student training. Also, it is located in the eastern foot of Namsan Mountain in Gyeongju, which is registered as a cultural heritage by UNESCO. Hwarang Education Center provides a variety of curriculums, including leadership program, self-development program, personality development program, adaptability improvement program, and creative activity program to approximately 7,600 middle school and high school students from Gyeongsangbuk-do annually. Also, there are special curriculums offered by the center, including parent participation activity, school manager activity, educational family activity, new teacher activity, and foreigner activity. We aim to develop talented people who contribute to the nation, appreciate their parents, and love their neighbors as the Hwarangs did. Also, we aim to develop new Hwarangs with new thoughts and truthful minds, who look back on themselves with truthful thoughts, develop vast spirits with nature, build up their nature, and purify their emotions. Training programs are designed from reflecting as much desires of students and requirements of schools by carrying out a survey. Here, I'd like to introduce our programs on representative leaders. The first day of training is a welcoming day. When students are briefed on the procedures in the living room, they start their training activities of 4 days with the entrance ceremony in the hall.
삼국 통일의 위협을 달성한 신라 화랑들이 심신을 단련하고 인격을 도야하며 호연지기를 길렀던.
The first day's program is focused on self-examination, where they are expected to learn how to form relationships from self-searching and truthful meetings with others. This program includes a self-introduction and organizing a student council, MRI Into My Mind, where students will find themselves by opening up on their experiences and internal minds, creative activities by living roommates that will increase connectivity between living roommates and improve community spirit, and creative activity of mutual work by new Hwarangs. Also, there will be programs such as Dreams Come True, where students are expected to draw on their specific dreams and plans, traditional music that helps them to learn traditional rhythms from Samulnori, and a lecture on Hwarang spirit to study the spirit of Hwarangs and to think about how to succeed on this tradition in modern society. The second day of training is a day to make friends. When trainees wake up to the sounds of the wind and the birds, they will calm their minds with morning meditation and get prepared for the day by looking back at themselves. Students will participate in morning training in bright sunlight of Tohamsun Mountain by saluting the national flag, appreciating the favor of parents by giving a silent meditation for their peace of their family, and doing exercise and running on the ground. This day is dedicated to self-remodeling, where students will look back at themselves and plan ahead. The Road of Leaders, where students will understand the virtue and responsibility of leaders and learn global leadership. Conference Methods and Speech Methods, where students will learn to make democratic and rational decisions and to confidently express themselves. And Looking for Happiness, where students will learn to have a positive thinking and to appreciate small things. Also, students will gain stronger spirits by experiencing gukgung, which is Korean traditional archery. Resolve any misconceptions in disabled people, and to learn how to live together by experiencing disabilities. And develop harmonized good nature from physical activities, where they will train their body and soul and learn to cooperate. Other activities to realize the value and pride in our culture include folk games, traditional manners, brass rubbing, and understanding in our culture. The third day of training is a day of boot camp training dedicated to field trips.
여러분은 오늘 현장 학습을 통하여 신라 화랑들이 심신을 연마했던 경주 남산 일대를
Trainees can select field trips from a 7-hour course around the Namsan Mountain, where they will get a glimpse of the trace of old Hwarongs, a course around the Gyeongju National Museum, and the whole area of Namsan Mountain, a course around the Shila Millennium Park and the whole area of Namsan Mountain, and a course around the cultural remains of Gyeongju. Namsan Pilgrimage Course is dedicated to provide a professional cultural explanation from our educational staff to develop a vast spirit on the nation by carrying out tasks given at the training record sites and to develop patience, endurance, loving spirit towards cultural assets, and a sense of prevention by visiting outdoor museum of Namsan Mountain in Gyeongju, including Namsan Tapguk Maye Josanggung, Jangchangji, Najang, Posakchangji, Gummosan, Yeongjongsaji, Tongiljeon, and Hangang Wangnung.
남산 현장 학습을 통하여 힘은 들었지만 친구들과 서로 위해주면서 남산 전망대에서 호연지기의 기상을 배웠고 눈앞에 펼쳐진 아름다운 조국 강산을 보면서 잘 보존하여 후손들에게 물려주어야겠다고 다짐을 했습니다.
In the course around Gyeongju National Museum and the whole area of Namsan Mountain, trainees are asked to solve the task of treasure hunt among the artifacts displayed in the archaeology room, art room, and anapji room in the Gyeongju National Museum. Also, this course dedicates in offering a deep understanding in the beauty and the excellence of our cultural assets, and aims to give a loving spirit towards our nation and cultural assets, and problem-solving ability and endurance from the Namsan field trip to 4 locations.
경주 박물관 답사는 우리 조상들의 슬기와 신라 천년의 혼을 느낄 수 있었기에 뜻깊은 시간이었습니다.
The course around Shila Millennium Park and the whole area of Namsan Mountain dedicates to grasping the loving spirit of old Hwarongs towards the nation and to understanding the livelihood of old Shila people. Also, this course offers a field trip to 4 locations in Namsan Mountain to improve trainees' loving spirit towards the nation and cultural assets, patience, and
오늘
endurance.
신라 문화체험학습을 통해 나라가 위기에 처했을 때 몸을 사리지 않고 당나라 군사와 전투에 임하는 화랑들의 애국정신, 말을 타고 활을 쏘는 옛 화랑들의 위풍당당한 모습, 또한 신라 여러 계층들의 가옥을 둘러보면서 새화랑으로서 모든 일에 최선을 다해야겠다는 다짐을 하게 되었습니다.
In the course around cultural remainings of Gyeongju, cultural remainings representing Gyeongju will be selected to offer a professional explanation by our educational staff or by a cultural expert in order to let them have the urge to success on the cultural asset by experiencing the wisdom and excellency of our ancestors and our culture. The evening of the third day is dedicated to the Hwarang's night ceremony. In socializing field of New Hwarang, trainees will show off their attractiveness and talents and feel the beauty of living in community from the talent show, chorusing in groups, and group recreational activities. And in resolution ceremony as New Hwarangs, trainees will pledge their determination as New Hwarangs. A candlelight ceremony will offer an opportunity to resolve a new mind and volition as New Hwarangs, and a letter to parents, read by a trainee, will offer an opportunity to meditate on the kindness of parents. Lastly, trainees will listen to the national anthem to resolve their pledge to become a New Hwarang for the nation and the people. The fourth day of training is the day of bearing fruit. Trainees will realize the importance of the national security and the necessity of unification, and get prepared in the future Hwarang. Realize the love of nature and the importance of environment protection in conversation with the nature, and present on their impressions after 4 days of training and their resolutions in self-resolution. Also, in the completion ceremony, trainees will promise to contribute to their own families, society, the nation, and to the prosperity and peace of the people as New Hwarangs. Lastly, in the returning home section, the whole course of training comes to an end by offering farewells to friends and by resolving a firm volition to live as New Hwarangs.
화랑교육원에서 또 다른 내 모습을 찾게 되었고 혼자서가 아닌 여럿의 공동체를 이루며 나보다는 타인을 배려하는 그런 모습들을 여기서뿐만 아니라 이곳에서 발걸음을 떼어내도 새 화랑의 모습을 간직하며 글로벌 리더로서의 본분을 다하겠습니다.
Thank you.